Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time you're listening to this. Remember, we come from kings and queens. Right. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Right, my beautiful people. I have got two wonderful, I can't even call them sisters because they're my elders. So I've got two mums in the house. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll lean over to my left. Introduce yourself. This is...
Yvonne Hylton.
All right, and I have...
Mrs. Francis.
Okay, to my right-hand side, left to right. Flanked, flanked. So I'm going to be on my best behavior. First of all, it is Jamaica's 50th year of independence.
Yes.
Okay. In fact, tell me about it. What is Jamaica Day?
Jamaica Day.
And when are you having it?
June the 2nd,
okay.
Saturday. And it's because of our 50th anniversary,
okay.
Of independence. We are having a year-long celebration.
Okay.
Consists of different kinds of activities. And the second one we are having is Jamaica Day. And this consists of all kinds of things. Poetry, dance, singing, and music, food of all description.
Okay.
And we're going back to some of the food what we grow up on.
All right.
We hope.
I'm off to ask Mrs. Francis, please, because I'm not ashamed to. Well, I actually am ashamed to say because I should know some of these foods.
You do.
Right. So I know I'm a young man and so forth, but still I ate them when I was growing up, and I should have remembered these things. So some of the information, some of the foods you're going to be, it's like passing it down the line.
Yes.
So because yesterday I was in a conversation, you were reeling off some of these foods. So please tell us some of the foods again that we're going to be that you're going to be cooking.
Well, the food that I'm going to prepare, it's hockey and saltfish.
Okay.
And bami.
All right.
The bami come from the cassava.
What is bami?
The bami is a thing like flatbread.
Okay.
But it's different from flatbread. It's made from the cassava itself, what grow underneath the earth.
So is that a long preparation?
That's a long. It could be a long preparation.
All right.
For the young kids, some of the parents, they don't tell them about West Indian food. So I will be taking the bami.
Okay.
And I will be taking the cassava.
So are you doing like a class inside of how to prepare these foods or?
Yes, yeah.
As well as just cooking it beforehand, you're going to be explaining to people how it
prepared.
Okay.
And then especially the young kids, they're going to, some of them going to say, what is cassava? Then I could explain and tell them.
Okay, tell us now, what is cassava?
Cassava, it's grown underneath the earth.
Okay, so it's another root food.
It's a root food.
Okay.
It's a root food.
And there's also, if I may come in there, you can get starch from the cassava.
Oh, that's it.
As I remember my grandmother using the cassava, it's grated.
Okay.
And then what we call calico material. Okay. And after that cassava is grated, it goes into that and water is poured on, and it's been sieved through the material, the cloth. Mm-hmm. And then the starch comes out, and then you dry that out. You can use that to starch your clothes.
Okay.
And the rest of it, that's what makes the bami.
You know how you've been speaking about the root food, ladies? Mm-hmm. I want, because you all are my elders, my mums, so to speak.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to divide and separate. Mm-hmm. Now, I'd like you as elders to let people know that the food is all one, whether it be West Indian or African.
Right.
So you just explain that to people, please, because some people like to put a little wedge there.
Some of the food originates from Africa. Mm-hmm. And, like the yam or the cassava, sweet potato, all these things, and also is how it's done. Now, every other island or Africa may do it in a different way, but at the end of the day, it's the same food.
So
I may call it, cassava bami. Mm-hmm. Other places call it something else.
I hear that this is going to be called Jamaica Day, and it's taking place on the 2nd of June.
Yes.
So what made you decide, Mrs. Francis, for you to get involved? What made you say, you know what, I'm not going to sit at home and just watch and as my brother would say, shroops. Yeah, what made you say, I'm going to get up and pass over some knowledge?
Well, I'm in this society for a long time.
Right.
And things like this going on, you want to join in. You're a member of the society.
Okay.
So that's why different people, they would like to come in and say their little bit.
Okay.
And enlighten, especially the kids then.
You're probably speaking about me anyway.
Well,
But that's very, very important. Very, very important that we pass on knowledge, you know?
It's very important because it's also, for me, recognizing our ancestors who, you know, like my parents, your parents, who came here so many years ago and did so much hard work and paved the way for us. However, there's a lot who died in this country who had never really had a day like this, who had never been able to express themselves about how they feel and about what Jamaica is, and you know how they feel about being a Jamaican in this country. So it's only right, fitting that we should celebrate and give thanks to our ancestors too, and also pass on a lot of things to our younger people who don't know, you know, what it really means for us to have an independence.
There was, alongside the food, I hear that there is going to be storytelling. Now, when I was small, I grew up with stories such as Nancy the Spider, and there were some other folk stories that I remember. And these stories I hear are going to be brought up on the day. Is that correct?
Yes, I think that might fall to me actually.
Okay.
Because that's what I've been doing for a number of years now, probably 30 years now. I've been storytelling, go all over the place, all schools are around England, go to festivals, probably Northern Ireland, in Scotland, different places. I've been doing storytelling festivals for the past 30 years.
Community, let's get the storytelling being told in our city and our area. So people and schools, you know who to get in contact with. Moving on.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, I've been doing that for a long time. I mean, I started in Leeds schools, to be honest, because there's a guy called David Morton who was a Leeds advisor for primary schools. At the time, you know, maybe I was 24 years old, something like that. And I came, I thought, I've got this idea. I used to read Miss Lou's stories. I said, must I do something with this? I went to his office, Marion House, that's it, 9th floor.
Okay.
Called for him up in the office. I didn't know him. They said, what? He said, what do you want? I said, well, do storytelling. He said, what storytelling? Because it wasn't a big thing that time. It wasn't this fad thing it is nowadays. I bust a story right there so in the office, give him. He said, wait, can you do that to white kids? I said, I can do any kids. Put kids in front of me, it's kids. And from that, I started storytelling. That's what I was doing.
Lovely.
Thank you, my brother. So to my two mums here.
Yes.
Okay. Please tell the people what's going on, because we've tried to roll it through, but tell people why they should come down, because once again this is all taking place on June the 2nd.
Yes. That's
all right,
correct.
at 277 Chapeltown Road, Jamaica House.
Yes.
From 10:30.
From 10:30.
Market I got the day.
All right.
Buy you right banana, meet me round the corner. You understand me? We're going to be selling bami, ackee and saltfish, gizzarda, toto. We're going to sell pudding and sweet potato pudding, you know, and sweet potato pie. We sell everything up there.
Before I say I can make that. All right.
You can make that. You can make that. All right. You give your props here, man.
I can make that.
You can make that.
Some of the food I didn't remember. It's like the conversation yesterday. I was just sat around this table, people, and I was hearing names of food that I had forgotten.
Yeah.
And you know something? Some of these foods could probably enrich your lives and keep us a lot more healthy than some of the garbage we're eating. But I'm going to move to Mrs. Hylton.
Yes, sir.
So, why are you telling people to come down?
Because it's a day, an event day, which is going to be so joyful, so happy, and very eventful, where people get together, have fun with one another, exchange thoughts and conversation, and join in
This
the
is
fun.
for all ages.
And this is for all ages. Anybody can come. Everybody's invited. Where we'll be having all the foods that you've heard. That's, you know.
I will be tasting them.
And yes, you can come and
Believe
taste. And we're going to have rondong.
What?
Rondong.
You hear by the silence.
Silence.
Rondong.
What?
Golden.
Cooking rondong, yes. Mackerel fish cooked in coconut milk, coconut. You know,
You're doing this to my belly again.
onion, tomato,
Okay.
thyme,
Okay, stop it.
scallion. Me now say spring onion, Mrs. Scallion. Okay?
My eyes are watching as
All
well.
these things are nata to color it. The Jamaican coloring come from the tree.
You have nata?
Me have nata
yeah.
in my yard. So, we go and color it, you know? We have to buy food coloring. With this thing, you don't buy nothing in the shop. It's off the tree.
Oh,
Nata.
oh.
Coconut run down. Yes, we'll be on there for tasters. So come along, everybody, taste the food.
We run film too.
And
Yeah,
they
we're
will
running
be
Jamaican films there too.
film on the
So
show.
much Jamaican films.
Yeah.
We also, when all that done, when the day done,
Yeah.
we have a big dance at night.
And
there.
there's a dance in the night. Come along and enjoy. Only £5 to come in.
Mrs.
Live reggae band on
My
the scene.
belly.
Live band.
My belly.
Yes.
My belly.
Start rolling.
My
Yes.
belly. Mrs. Francis,
Start rolling.
Yeah.
why are you telling people to come down?
Because they want to come down and see what's going on and experience what we're putting on.
Yeah.
Because some of them do not know what type of food, and a lot of them, which way I think
I'll
they
put
will
my.
be saying.
Listen, I'm lifting up my hand. Half the food you mentioned, I remember hearing. Can't remember how to cook.
Well, that's
I'm not.
it.
I'm not even gonna front.
We are there to tell them what it is.
And can I say also, we will have a display of artifacts showing all our heroes, Jamaican heroes, all the past prime ministers up to the present.
Okay.
So there'll be a lot of things on display for people to look at as well.
Market stalls. Everybody I call out. All
Linstead
kind of
Market.
things. Coming like Linstead Market.
Yes.
Right? We're going to have storytelling. We're going to have showings, dances. We're going to have films that run. Imagine you're in your house watching a film. That's one thing. But when you're with people, when you love watching a film, that's a different sweetness, right?
It is.
So that's something else. Then that night, big dance till morning light. So tune in till the morning here.
Yeah.
Ladies, say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Do come. We're waiting
See
for
you soon.
Remember, people, we come from kings and queens. Bless y'all.
Thank you.
Lovely.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Thank
This
you.
is your time now.
Thank you.